Hello everyone, back tuning into today's third video. We're going to have a look at the late summer, late August bank holiday weekend for today's third video. Earlier on today we released a weekend forecast, and also we've had a look at the weather for the next week's 10 days with the GFS, the ECM and the GEM shorter range models. So this one is going into a very extended range of the GFS. The bank holiday weekend has just come into the time frame of the extended GFS model now, but it's all a very long way out, so that's the caveat with this. We're just using the model at the moment for trends, and over the next sort of 2 or 3 updates we'll just be looking to see if we can get the trend within the model. And then the second week is always when we close in on the time frame and try and put some detail onto that trend. But for the first week we're just using this to see if we can get a trend within the model. Sometimes we get a trend very early, other times we'll have lots of chopping and changing, and occasionally we never really get a trend right way up to the time frame. The GFS will keep messing us around. So we'll just see how this plays out over the next few updates. So I'll get on that for you in a moment. Just say that I recorded the first version of this earlier on. The computer crashed, that's why I'm a little bit late with this. So hopefully this version is going to go okay. So we're going to begin on Friday, the 24th of August. This will be the day of the getaway for the bank holiday weekend. Of course, not a bank holiday for Scotland. They've already had theirs earlier in the month. And there will be sort of festivals going on during this weekend as well, and events. It's too early really to get any detail on those at this stage. We'll start adding them into the bank holiday weekend update or updates as we get further on into these updates. At the moment we're just concentrating on the broad synoptic pattern. So this is the day of the getaway for the late summer bank holiday weekend. It's Friday the 24th of August, and it looks pretty good actually. We've got a ridge of high pressure extending from the Azores into the UK. Large area of high pressure is dominating the weather. Upper air temperatures are looking very warm across most parts of the country, with 10 Celsius ice firm right way up to northern Scotland. It's a mainly dry day as well. Don't worry about the showers through central England and Wales. It's much too far away to be worrying about that sort of small-scale detail. And temperatures on Friday afternoon of the 24th of August are coming out very warm, widely into the low to mid-20 Celsius central northern parts of the country, getting towards 26 or 27 down in the southeast. 27 is 81 Fahrenheit. That takes us through to Saturday, the 25th of August, when we've got the high pressure beginning to shift a little bit over towards the eastern side of the country and into Central Europe. And that's starting to pull up these very warm to hot sort of east or southeasterly winds. Upper air temperatures are becoming hotter as well. So have got a little bit of a heat wave beginning to develop here over the late summer bank holiday weekend. It's a mainly dry day as well. Again, we have got some showery rain up in the north and the northwest, but again, don't worry about that. It's too far away. That kind of detail. Again, most parts of the country coming out with a dry and quite a hot day, so temperatures are widely into the low to mid-20s again, many central northern areas, but in the south we're going into the upper 20 Celsius. That's just around 28 degrees, 82 Fahrenheit down in the south. That is Sunday, the 26th of August. It's 360 hours away, so it's a really long way off, but it does suggest quite a hot day. We've got high pressure going up to Scandinavia. Low pressure is developing out to the west. Pressure's leaking away out to the west, and we're drawing up these very warm to hot and quite unstable southerly winds. The upper air temperatures look pretty hot, especially for England and Wales. It's mainly dry again, but we have got a band of wet weather into the far northwest of the country. That's a cold front that's beginning to move in from off the Atlantic, but most places again looking dry for Sunday the 26th of August. And hot temperatures are approaching 30 degrees again down in the south, getting close to 86 Fahrenheit at the end of August. And then we're through to Bank Holiday Monday itself. This is as far as we can go with the GFS model. It's 384 hours away, right as far as we can go with the GFS. And now it looks like we turn more unstable. So that cold front has pushed through the country, developed into an area of low pressure, and that will be breaking down this sort of little spell of hot weather. Temperatures are still looking very warm to hot in the southeast, but it is turning cooler from the north, from the west too. Widespread heavy rain on Bank Holiday Monday, and a lot of that will be thunderstorms breaking down these hot temperatures. They are the temperatures, so it is cooling down to the north and to the west, but in the southeast it's still very warm, still into the mid to possibly up to 20 Celsius. But cooler air is moving in from the north and the west. So a very, very interesting update to start us off, to say the least, because it looks like the GFS is trying to get us back to the pattern of the summer. And the pattern of the summer has been a hot summer, of course, and a lot of dry weather. Albeit it's only a couple of days, I mean, it's breaking down into thunderstorms, probably more than anything due to the lateness of the year and the instability that those hot temperatures will be causing. Now, the caveat, of course, is that this is our first update, so we don't know if this is portrayed within the GFS model. It could well be that updates number 2 and 3, which we'll do on Monday and then probably Wednesday, are going to be very, very different to this scenario. So if you've got any plans for the Bank Holiday weekend and you're rooting for a hot weekend, then it's a good start, but it's no more than that. We've got to wait and see how the updates progress as we move through the next few days. So update number 2 will be on Monday. I'd suggest you come back for that one, because it'll be really interesting to see whether this hot weather that the GFS is signalling in this latest run is continued, or whether actually we go to something else. So we'll find out update number 2, which will be with you on Monday evening. But that's all for now, and thanks for watching.